so she's very tiny. I can just still remember her commenting about my weight when I was in 3rd grade.
Let me tell you, those of you who are starting dieting or dieting a little bit, this is what 67 pounds of fat looks like. I can't lift it.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Of what?
Look at you, you look awful.
Mama, I happen to like myself.
Right on, sister.
You do. The two of you should lose weight.
You're doing the almonds between meals.
Yeah, they're so satisfying. Sometimes.
Man.
What?
Bluey!
Why did you say, man?
I just need to do some exercise.
Why don't you just do some exercise?
That's me, you know.
Oh, no.
You don't even like this?
No.
Really? I feel skinnier.
It's too tight for you.
It makes her look heavier, you know?
And fat.
Yeah.
We love it. Just 2 fat bad bitches over here, yeah. Just 2 fat bad bitches. And this is Under the Weight of It All. Welcome back, guys, and thank you for tuning into part 2 of this episode. We're going to pick it back up where we dropped it off at. I hope you guys enjoy. Trauma alert! Trauma alert! You may be triggered by our trauma. This is a heavy one. Yeah. Oh, child, Lord. Let's get into our heavy conversations. If it was not for Jaleesa being with me at that mall, I would have walked away with a dress that I was not comfortable in, that I did not like, that I did not feel good in, because it made my mom feel better about whatever insecurity she had going on. She caved in because of my friend and because she cares about what people think. Her perception. You know, because she is a narcissist. If I'm thinking if it's the right Jaleesa, that's so fucked up. Like, she's a good person for that, but that would be really hard to be you in that situation. Yeah. Seriously. Like, yeah. My friend has to basically defend me, like, not like convince my mother. Yeah. Like, and yeah. I mean, I was grateful. I felt grateful for my friend in that moment. But it's like, why couldn't your words be validating? Like, why did this standardized person that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did it have to come from this person? Even if, because I think because parents it's a generational thing sometimes, right? Like, this is literally called feeding generations. Because times are changing and they're not keeping up with it. And it's maybe like you have to explain it to a certain extent. Like, maybe that wasn't acceptable then, but we've changed now as a society. We can do those things now. But it's frustrating. It wouldn't be in my size if I couldn't wear it. Literally. But it's frustrating when, like, it's not coming from that perspective. It's not coming from your lack of knowledge or your ignorance. It's just coming from you wanting to be hateful. And I also want to add, I was in the best shape of my life. Yeah. You're a child. I was also, playing, yeah. Like, I was playing volleyball. I mean, when I tell you my stomach was, I've always been a big girl since 5. This is stomach was flat. My ass was fat. It's like, I want to go back to that motherfucking body. That bitch was eating down, but it still wasn't good enough for her. Yeah. My arms, because my arms was out. Yeah. Who gives a fuck? I don't think this isn't necessarily like a topic that we have, but do you think that it's embarrassment from our parents? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. To be the parent that has a fat child. Yes. It reminds me of, did y'all watch, and viewers, let us know in the comments, did y'all watch Desperate Housewives? Oh, yes, I did. I did binge it like during maybe like not my best mental era. So yeah, that's not a show you want to watch when you down on your dick. I don't know how much I remember. Okay, but I do. I did watch it. Specifically talking about. I don't remember the character's name, and if we'll find a clip and we'll put this in here as well. But I believe, is that Demi Lovato's sister, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure this person in real life is Demi Lovato's sister, Madison De La Garza. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, but she was the daughter of Gabrielle. Yes. Okay, on Desperate Housewives. Yes. Okay. It's coming. And it's all coming back. Yes. And it was a huge trope on the show that she was a fat kid and her mom was fine as fuck and she was uncomfortable by the fact that she had a fat child. And there was a lot of microaggressions on the show towards that character.
Want to play a new game on the way home? Winner gets a new doll.
Okay. Hey!
And it was the time in general itself, the perspective in which they wrote that probably wasn't to be as progressive as it comes off now. But it very much is a true representation of what it was like to be a fat child with a parent that didn't have the security to raise that child.
Absolutely.
It's crazy as fuck. You don't like, again, to your statement that you made earlier, we didn't choose to be here. Literally children in that situation. We're adults now, whatever. But like at that point in our lives, literal children in that situation, we can't control any aspect of our lives. It's not up to us. So to have a parent that chose to have us, that has taken on the role to love unconditionally all the things, to then have to be their like humpback of Notre Dame type shit is insane. Like that's just like yeah, like I don't know. It's wild as fuck to think about that your parent can be embarrassed of you over things that they contributed to. You contributed to your child. You know, this is crazy as fuck. My mom had geriatric diabetes, and I'm sorry if if you're watching this and these are not things that you want people to know, but this is a part of my life, and that's just what it's gonna have to be. My mom had geriatric diabetes when I was a child. You know, I didn't know that until like 2 years ago. Do you know how much of a factor, like, first off, growing up in a home with a drug addicted father, growing up in a home with a narcissistic mother, having your mother have that level of stress while they're pregnant with you, having diabetes, like being diagnosed with diabetes while you're in their stomach, everything that a mother experiences as a child does too, having all of those things be a recipe, right? And then not knowing that some of those things are factors, and then your parents also not taking accountability for the factors that you are aware of, but then to be othered by these same people because they don't want to take accountability is fucked up. That's something I should have known as a child. That's something that I think as an explanation on why, like, your child is fat for a reason. You're fat for, like, being fat is a descriptive thing, but there's a reason why you're fat, and
it don't come out of nowhere.
No, and
it can be medical.
It can be. And I would like to say that, like, a lot of times, whether it's mentally driven or physically driven, it is mental. It is. Absolutely. It is not, like, I don't think it's natural to be, like, a overweight person in terms of, like, 708 pounds. I don't think that that's necessarily normal, but I do think that, like, that person deserves space. I do think that person might, like, have certain struggles just like I have as a person that's overweight.
Would deserve more empathy, more grace, because clearly they're struggling.
That's what I'm saying in terms of, like, it's physical, right? We can see that. So then you take back a child I weighed 216 at 10. I'm sharing clothes with a grown ass teenager. My sister is 8 years older than me. That is not normal. You know, my parents took me to the doctor to have me diagnosed with PCOS because that was substantially unnormal. The trajectory of my size as a child, they were suggesting having me do gastric bypass at like 12. And mind you, we live in the Cleveland area. Like, the clinic, that was like exciting to them. Like, I would have been like one in like a small, like one, I think 100 kids that received that type of surgery that young, and my parents were strongly considering it. We're doing all of this without getting to the root of things. So that's why I'm saying I understand that it is not natural for a single person to be overweight to a certain extent. That doesn't mean that body shapes and all those things are up for people to justify what is acceptable in that way. But medically, if someone is overweight, there's a root behind that. There's a reason behind that. And I think it's fair to, instead of just focusing on the weight and focusing where that person is physically, why not ask them where they came from?
But that's because they're focusing on the external again, because that's all these fucking people can think about.
Yeah.
Is how somebody fucking looks and how it fits into their standard or their whatever the fuck. They don't care how you got there.
Yeah.
They don't want to get to the root of it. They just want you to not be fat anymore.
It's like,
make it disappear.
Literally, get rid of it. Go ghost for a year. Like, it's crazy. And I want to say I love the 700-pound mamas. I don't want to, like, make it seem like I don't accept anyone of a certain size, but I do. For myself, I know I'm not supposed to be a 355 pound person. My stomach is not, like, my body does not fit a certain way, which lets me know that my body's not supposed to be this way. I have PCOS, and I see how those symptoms affect my daily body. So it's kind of like, but there's a reason behind it, and that's what I'm trying to get at. So I want to make sure I said that just in case. If your body's supposed to be there, that's fine. But if you're, like, let's say it's a person like myself, like, if you're going off of what those bad habits that you were taught as a child, and that is what you continue to do in your adult life, and you never stop doing that, that is not where your body was supposed to naturally rest. Like, I do think, like, if you're naturally supposed to be a plus size person, some people just have a stature that's different. But in terms of, like, having an addiction, or like my sister, okay, I'll talk about this. My sister's half the size of me, and she still has food issues just like I do. Like, it's because she was raised in the same household as me. It doesn't look like that on her body, but it's the same shit. Just like a person that is larger than me, I feel like like I don't know their life, so I can't speak on everything, but it would be easy to understand that maybe some of the issues or the things that they were taught as a child or even in their adolescence probably influence some of those things, and that's not all their fault.
Yeah.
But it's fair to acknowledge those things as a reason on why they are the way they are, and if we help that person and we help myself or we help this community in that way, we all will be healthier at whatever size our body ends at.
Personally, I think I've shared before that I've been in a program to get bariatric surgery, been struggling with doing that because I don't have a shitty vision of myself, and other things that come with losing weight, like people treating you differently. I mean, I could go on, but I don't want to be skinny. I don't want to be this big, but I do not want to be skinny.
Healthy.
Yeah,
just want to be healthy.
I am a taller woman.
Yeah, the
way that my weight sits on me now, I couldn't imagine being. I would look crazy as fuck. I was looking like a motherfucking bobblehead. Like, I would look nuts. My head is huge. My body can't be small. Like, it's big. Just being honest.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, no, some people do not want to be skinny, and that is okay.
And that's okay. That is okay. Yeah.
And just because I want to be smaller does not mean I want to be skinnier.
No.
Or skinny, thin, fit into. No.
Can I be honest? Can we take the physical aspect out of it? I really do think it is I just want to be the healthiest version of myself possible, and in order to do that I might have to go back and heal those things that I was taught in order to do so. And I don't think the world allows a lot of us to do that. It's very much like where you are right now, you need to fix that person right now, but there's a lot of, we got to understand how that person got there in the first place to even do that. And so
these people don't want to do the work.
Yeah, I agree with that.
These people not looking inward.
No,
because they only care about the outward,
literally, and the money. And I agree. I don't care whether you want to be, whatever size you want to be at, if it's the best for your body, whatever that is, that's fine. But if you're in a place where you're not in the best shape of your body, and especially if you're listening to some of the echo chambers that we have out where it's detox, diet, do this, do that, but it doesn't actually
intermediate fast,
which I secretly am healing myself and love intermediate fasting, and that's my problem. But you know what I mean? It's my problem. But I do think that it really does make it easy to physically fix some shit, which is why people fluctuate in their weight when they are doing weight loss. Because I've talked to plenty of personal trainers that's a fat person, and it's easy to lose weight. It's a mental game. So if you're not healing yourself mentally, you're gonna repeat that cycle, or you're never gonna break the cycle,
or you're going to be motivated by shame,
yeah,
motivated by negative factors, motivated by the acceptance of other people, motivated by others' validations, motivated by the men you can fuck, motivated by the clothes you could wear, you know what I mean? Not motivated about just being better in life, being healthier, making more conscious decisions.
Being your best self. The other thing too I want to say is I hate when people are talking about losing weight and you say things like that and people kind of look at you like, oh, you're okay, you're beautiful the way you are, or whatever it may be. It's if that is what makes me happy, you know what I'm saying?
Again, shut the fuck up, because either way, my body is not my business. It doesn't
who are you?
Yeah,
who are you?
If I want to take these steps to be better, that's just, again, I think everybody puts so much emphasis on weight when it's just a part of life. People gain, you pop out the coochie, you whole ounces. You are ounces, nigga. You gotta gain some weight.
And how exhausting it is. How exhausting it must be to make your weight and your physical attributes the focal point of your life.
Yeah.
Your body's going to do what your body does. It's different if you've already set those routines as a child. And I've met people that have a healthy relationship with food, and it actually baffles me. It's like meeting someone that's not neurodivergent. It's
dead ass.
You were allowed to leave the table when you were done? Or what do you mean you had Ben and Jerry's in your freezer? Your own pint?
What
that's
flavor?
Insane. It wasn't just
baked?
vanilla? What? Yo, you got some?
Can I get a scoop?
I just want a little bit.
A spoonful.
Yeah. It's crazy when you meet someone that has that. And it lets me know that it's possible, but it also, when I meet those people, every fucking waking moment of their life is not them thinking about what they're putting in their mouth or what they're doing with their body. They naturally just do things.
Food noise is so real, and growing up fat.
For every fucking body, not just fat people.
Not just for fat people, but growing up fat, that food noise, it comes with something else. That shame, that like it comes with another voice.
It's almost like a rat race of trying to see who's the most societally acceptable. That's what it feels like. Like that's what when I meet someone that's like, because okay, my uncle he's a personal trainer. He's like a really famous personal trainer type shit. This man has always been thick as fuck his whole life. His wife was a plus size woman, beautiful plus size woman. She's lost weight, gained weight, whatever it may be. This man has loved her at any point of his life, and his job is wellness, and they just have decent like habits in their home that they've done for themselves and their kids.
Right.
Their kids are a normal size. You know what I'm saying? Like they're also not like, his wife might have struggled with her own health issues, but she didn't project that onto her kids. And he didn't project his own ideas of health and wellness onto her in a way that made her othered. But that's not how that's presented to most fat people.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. It's frustrating when, like, going back to the food noise, you have not only people in your household, not only society, but, you know, unsolicited people that you don't even fucking know commenting on things, and it's not coming from a good place, but they're expecting you to just, like, take it to bond.
Fucked up story if you want to use it. So I remember I've also been fat my whole life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was an athletic kid. I was just big. Like,
Yeah,
same.
I
feel
like
that.
a linebacker even at my lightest weight.
Yeah.
I'm just broad.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these shoulders. Like, I could take a hoe out with these. But like, I remember I must have been in like 9th or 10th grade, and I was going through the lunch line, and I had a slice of pizza and French fries. It's like, fuck this. This looks good.
Which is, by the way, a normal. Everybody who's in high school.
Person will eat a fucking.
There's
slice
nothing.
of pizza
Yes.
and some French
Yes.
fries.
Eat what you want.
Yes.
But my health teacher pulled me aside and was like, I'm really concerned that I saw you getting both of those things in the line, and you're such like a smart kid, but like you're fat. And I'm like,
and what does your intelligence have to do with your fucking weight?
right. I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah, what is the fucking correlation?
I'm a student. I'm a starting varsity softball player as a freshman.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
now I can look back on it as an adult and be like, fuck that. But like, as
Literally.
a kid, that was like so demoralizing.
That shit
and I
sits
was
with you.
so embarrassed.
I have to ask, how long did it take for you to let that go? Like, do you remember? Because
I
that's
still think about it. Honestly.
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. I
This
fucking
shit
believe that.
sticks with us.
Your whole life.
Your whole life.
I'm
Wow.
37 now, so
Yeah.
22 years.
Yeah.
And I still think about it. Fuck you, Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mr. Scott.
Fucking bitch.
Eat a dick.
Scott Pilgrim, what's his name? Must die. And I'm talking about the movie. Wink, wink. Yeah, like you, and what's fucked up too, listening to that story, is like that's literally a health teacher that like could have had the knowledge to actually be helpful in that moment. Like, and also,
Guess what? We never talked about nutrition.
no,
Ever.
and what's fucked up to me too is
Just your weight. Just how you looked.
How many kids that
And how it made
maybe
him feel.
did not have broad shoulders, maybe weren't a larger child, ate the same fucking thing that day that teacher went up to and had that same conversation with. I want to know.
None.
None.
Because there are people right behind me doing the same thing in my class. But they were like this big around.
It makes me think of the mukbang videos. I don't know if I think we might have talked about this on an episode already.
Yeah.
But I really, it's such a good example.
That.
If a fat person does it, it's a fucking problem. But if a skinny person does it, it's not. Like, y'all sit up and
Y'all want to give it a thought.
No.
I know motherfuckers that eat 2 sandwiches every time they go to a motherfucking fast food.
Listen, I'm a fat bitch, and I done been with some skinny bitches and bust down a little dinner box or some shit, and them motherfuckers was eating just as much as me. No tea, no shade.
Dead ass.
But if I did it, if I said that I was eating a dinner box in the car with somebody, it'd be like, "Are you fat bitch?" Somebody else doing it, this bitch that I was with, if she says that, they'd be like, "Oh my god, you're so quirky. You eat dinner boxes in your car." Bitch.
That's so cute.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. With that waist.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. That's
sure.
the thing. Y'all glorify motherfuckers for having a metabolism, for having a high metabolism, or not having actually a healthy structure with food at all, but just having, which I have disordered eating.
Same.
Very much so. I would not be this size if I didn't, but I can at least take the steps now. A part of this podcast is healing myself to like admit that and like, you know, learning that your mom had gestational diabetes 4 years ago and like, you know, PCOS is a newer thing that it's been around for obviously years, but it's a newer thing that is being talked about on a global scale where like, especially in the manners that it's talked about now, having to undo all of those things, it takes fucking time. So being compared to people that don't have my story, it's not fair. It's like, if the advice you're giving to a fat person, like thinking of that story or thinking of our own experiences, is not based in actually trying to be helpful, or if you're not a fucking, you know, health professional that has dismantled their Western ideas of beauty and actually has the knowledge to medically treat someone mentally and physically with a dietitian and a health plan that's actually geared towards their health needs, shut the fuck up talking to me.
Fuck up.
I don't want to hear it.
Be the fuck quiet.
Please.
Shut your whore mouth!
One size does not fit fucking all. Bitch. You need to leave. God damn. You motherfuckers got me tight.
So bringing it back around to race. Obviously, in the Black community, we have different eating habits because of our history, right? We were fed the scraps. We had to make do with what they thought we deserved, with what they gave us. I think there's a lot of trauma around that. And I also believe that if we can carry down 400 years of trauma in our genes when it comes to being enslaved, and our diet is a big part of that, you can't tell me that we don't pass fucked up eating habits, fucked up ways of thinking around food down. I want to ask, how did the Black community shape your relationship with food?
It's so fucked up because I don't want to like stereotype the Black community, and it's fucked up because this is like such a nuanced conversation in itself, because 100% because of slavery, like I feel like the foods that we were eating, it's heavy as fuck on butter. It is a lot of like comfort food and things that are Southern and like passed down recipes, because there's a lot of love in that. Like there's a lot of like familiarity with that.
It's called soul food
for a reason. And like, you know, I still love to bust down, like, bitch, my Dutch oven goes hard at home, okay? Like, I love to cook comfort food as well, but it wasn't normalized. Even now, like, Black vegans are not necessarily accepted. Like, I think that eating healthy almost made you seem like, oh, you, like, that's some white people shit. Like, you know, that's rabbit food. We don't do that. Like get you some greens, but it's like, you might not be fat, but you got high cholesterol, like, other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're eating crazy-ass food. Man, I still fuck with some hot Cheetos, though. I can't eat them as much. Also, why are y'all mad that they're taking the fucking dye out of it? Y'all crazy as fuck. But anyways,
because what does that have to do with
why do you care? You motherfuckers want to die so bad. Like, oh my God.
Want to be fucked up in the head. All types of chemicals and shit.
Like, what the fuck? How do you feel?
So I think for me, being a mixed kid, I think that's the funny part about it. I mean, it's not funny, but I think the way my grandparents, traditional Black family, thought about food in a not so negative way, and how my mom, a white woman trying to fit into that white beauty standard of frail, thin, sick with the titties. I think the Black community and just how, I mean, because you have not only soul food, you have cookouts, and this is not just food consumption. This is time that you're spending around your community, your people.
It's like, a part of the culture.
It is a part of the culture. That is what I love. Bringing people together, and food does bring people together. Food is my love language. I love to cook for people. I enjoy it thoroughly. I think that it affected me positive in that way. But then, of course, it is ribs, candy yams, mac and cheese, you know, collard greens with the ham hocks in it. You know, like, it's...
And listen, I'm happy that you mentioned that. So this is funny, but it's not funny. It very much like goes with that mindset of like, you know, food brings us all together, and especially in the Black community. But like, what type of foods are we serving at these events, right? Like literally, like you got all these fatty ass shit on the table. And so a few years ago, when I first moved to Cleveland, I had hosted like all my friends from home, like to come out and like have dinner. And I cooked like chicken cutlets and mashed potatoes, like all these things. And I love kale. Like I love kale. That's just like that truth. And I made like roasted kale. Kale is a green. So like, I'm making some greens. Like, I should have said that. I should have said that. And
I would have been pissed.
I know they low-key were right to be pissed, but also like,
bitch, what?
But okay, look, and like, I'm not gonna say their reaction wasn't necessarily not like, yeah, like I should have said greens. That was my fault for like not understanding the culture aspect. I will say though, at the same time, collard greens and kale are in the same family, so they are both greens, and that's just me and my truth. And fuck y'all for saying otherwise. This is still an argument in my friend group, by the way. Like they still be like, I still can't believe you made the motherfucking kale. It's been like 3 years, and they still be like, you didn't have to lie. Like like so mad to this day, and it makes me think like,
now they say you're a terrible person.
They literally, and it was strictly because like they were like, don't feed me that shit. I'm not eating that shit. That's damn. Like it wasn't. I was nervous to say that I was eating kale, which is probably why I said greens. I'm gonna admit that. I did. I told a fib. I told a fib, and if y'all are watching this, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about it on FaceTime next time, bitch. I can admit that I was nervous to say that we're eating kale because I'm like, these some niggas, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, I ain't eat no motherfucking kale. What the fuck? I ain't eat no kale. Why the fuck?
Nigga? Smoothie,
what you was baking that motherfucking kale? What the fuck? What you put, like, where the kale, what's going in the kale? Like, literally, these niggas took a bite and was like, that shit tastes a little earthy. That shit was doused in butter and seasoning. Like literally, I roasted the kale. Listen, if y'all don't pay attention, on the back of the kale bag, there's a bomb ass recipe. And if you know how to season some food, it's good as fuck. So the kale is like roasted in butter and a little bit of olive oil with hella seasoning and fresh garlic. And then I literally, after it gets charred a little bit, because it's fucking delicious when you do that, I put a little bit of broth in there and then seasoned it all again and put more fresh garlic in that bitch. You couldn't even taste kale, bitch. It was just a medium for seasoning and garlic.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? It tastes like what?
Yeah.
But it's culturally, it's not acceptable for us to do shit like that. Like my sister is plant-based. She got dogged by all of our cousins that oh, Casper probably ain't eating that shit. My dad right now, I could call him and be like, oh, like Casper's coming out here. Like, let me throw away my shit in my freezer because she gonna come in here telling me all that healthy shit. Like all she's doing is paying attention to the habits that we were taught as kids and trying to change that.
Yeah.
But the Black community and other communities will other you for it. But at the same time, other the fat person or other the person that might look different because they're unhealthy. And not that being vegan automatically makes you healthy, right, but it's associated with that. And that's not fair. Yeah. It's not fair.
Not at all. Do you think that poverty or scarcity shaped your eating at all?
100%. I mean, we can talk. We live in Cleveland, Ohio, right? Let's talk about this right now. Let's go into food deserts. If you're not familiar with what a food desert is, it is strategically displacing grocery stores and access to food in underprivileged communities. So in Cleveland,
Or they have something that's called a food swamp.
Ooh, I'm not familiar with this term. Please enlighten me.
This is just fast food. Just places that have processed like Dollar General, like.
And see, that's really prevalent in like where natives live on like
reservations.
Thank you, on like reservations in like those areas. Like that's really prevalent. Wow, yeah. And so we live in Cleveland, like I said. If you're familiar with East Cleveland, you're familiar with Shaker. Those are a 7-minute drive between each other, and the type of quality of food and access that you have in those places is fucking insane.
It's actually like it is.
It's fucking insane. The life expectancy. Is so Let me put you on. Clear. Let me put you on. So. First off, let's acknowledge this now. If you do live in that area, there are places where you are able to access food, like the Red All Foundation. There are amazing places that are there for you if you are watching this. But from like a statistical standpoint, Shaker Heights has a 20-year difference than East Cleveland in terms of life expectancy because of their access to food. That's insane. A 7-minute fucking drive and there's a 20-year difference. I'm saying the life expectancy in Cleveland is 55 based off of food.
That's crazy.
That's insane. That's insane.
Wow.
That's insane. And like, I know Cleveland is kind of there's redlining. There's a history of passive racism here. And so it kind of, that all goes into it all. But it is like, you're fucked if you do, you're fucked even if you want to be healthy. Because where you gonna go? You gonna take that bus ride all the way to Shaker, which is gonna be a 20-minute drive because the public transportation sucks purposefully. Yeah. Because they purposely built it to be horrible for you, to go to an expensive ass grocery store like Heinen's or like these luxury stores like, Irwan if you're in California, Wegmans or wherever you're at, going to these expensive ass stores, even Whole Foods now. And Whole Foods, by the way, Amazon, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm going to say that. And Felicia's not saying that. I'm going to say that. Felicia didn't say that. I'm going to say that because...
I will be saying that in hopefully
Yeah, we'll say that later. Yeah,
2 years. I'll give it 2 years.
But fuck Amazon because y'all fucked with the quality. Okay. For real. And so you're stuck in this environment where you don't have access to anything. Your closest grocery store might be the dollar store. It might be the corner store. You might not, the closest shit really might not be any of those things. And your best luck is whatever the fuck the bus or the truck dropped off. Yep. How the fuck are you supposed to, you don't even have the tools that you need in the first place to even try to have a normal relationship with food. And then you wonder why Black and brown individuals are disenfranchised and have higher, rates in terms of heart issues, cholesterol, all of those things in our country. Like it's purposely by design. Medically, we're not, Black people are not, I don't think y'all understand, this country was not built for us to enjoy the things that we have. We didn't have, my grandmother who was alive, I just hung out with her 2 weeks ago, wasn't allowed to have a bank account, wasn't allowed to do a lot of things that we have access to now recently. Healthcare. We live in Cleveland, Ohio. One of the best medical systems in the fucking world is here. And access to healthcare is not realistic. It's not a thing. And I drive past that big ass fucking campus every motherfucking day. And even when you do get the help, what that health is based in is not actually here to help at all. So again, it's based in fucking money and you're fucked from the start.
Capitalism. White supremacy,
it's all of it. It's all of it. It's all of it. So, you think of these areas that are redlined and then also have the food deserts. It's by design. Yep. Access to healthcare. It's by design. These motherfuckers don't want your Black ass to live. They don't want that shit. They don't want that shit. It's crazy. Please go to Ridall.
Yeah.
For real. They are amazing. They are amazing. And you can volunteer there as well if you are somebody that doesn't need to use their resources but would like to contribute. Their website is really easy to go through. We'll add the website link and everything.
In the description below.
Yeah. With all of this being said, in this very, very heavy ass conversation here, how do you think we as a community, or what in this contribution to this conversation, in your idea, do you think we can do to separate our genetics from blame? And in doing so, how will that change our conversation about health and our bodies?
I think we need to understand genetics first.
Start from the fucking foundation.
No, dead ass. Like,
Yeah.
it's about fucking knowledge. People
Teach me.
doing the knowledge, nigga. You not doing the knowledge. You just got this. You know what I mean?
I love a temple tap.
Shout out.
You ever did that to somebody, like, bitch, who the fuck? No, sorry.
No, dead ass.
No, but yeah. I'm not really like that anymore, but
Not anymore.
I've had it in me.
Yeah.
I'm working on myself.
I think it's about educating each other.
Yeah.
About giving grace, not being so judgmental. Because again, we're not being judgmental because, oh, you have trauma and that has attributed to your habits and your lifestyle. We're giving judgment because you don't look the way I was told. You don't look the way that I was told attraction is, or what the standard is. Again, it's not about anything internal. It's not about anything that matters. It's not about anything that truly contributes to helping the problem, because they're only focused on the outside. They're only focused on the weight. They're not focused about how we get there. They don't really give a fuck about how we undo it, because they just want to again, low-hanging fruit. We are the joke. We're the common denominator amongst white and black people. Not like, you
doesn't matter your background. If you're fat, somebody don't like you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, which, like, whatever. I know that's everyone can say that, but it's like,
so I feel like we have to do that so we can stop blaming people, and then when we stop blaming people, we can separate.
Yeah,
we won't attribute, oh, they're fat, and that means that they eat uncontrollably and they have all the tools and the knowledge to change and become. You can't do better if you don't know better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's like you said, just education. Like, a lot of the reasons why these same things are passed down generationally is because of ignorance, and I mean that in its full definition of just like a lack of knowledge. Like, you did not know how to actually help this person. But to a certain extent, I think a lot of the movements that we see going on around the world is people learning from those mistakes and trying to make the effort of doing so and like changing these things. And I think that for us to separate from genetics, we have to continuously have the conversation and just share the knowledge that, for one, it's everyone's different, their backgrounds are different. Two, it's not our place to talk about it, but if you have the knowledge to be able to educate and actually help somebody, do so. And I think in doing that, and it will change the conversation from being you're fuckable, or being I like looking at you so I accept you, to if someone is not healthy in terms of their like size, in terms of that, like if that is an issue that they had in terms of their upbringing, that conversation probably won't be about their physical attributes, but more of like, what can they do mentally to help this person. I think that it would help us to not make the conversation be about physical attributes.
Absolutely.
Like, because I don't care. I don't
because
think
it shouldn't, because that shouldn't matter.
No.
That part shouldn't matter.
No.
And unfortunately,
so
that's just the focus.
Fucked up. I'm a freaky bitch, but it's really crazy as fuck when you think about how much all of our world is just centered around people wanting to have sex. I think as a fat person, because we're not anything other than an object to people, it's really obvious.
Yes.
I talk to my skinny friends, my siblings, people that are not a certain size, and you listen to them talk, and they don't experience the same type of sexualization that we do. And I know that we have an episode where we're talking about that, but I think in this conversation, it's important to point out that that's why y'all don't want to help people. It's not because you're not helping people because you like don't have the tools all the time. It's because you don't want to get past your attraction for this person, or your unattraction to this person. You're so wrapped up in how they fit into your life's image that you're not willing to actually see that person for who they are and actually give them the help that they need. That's what's going to change our community. And I think on our side as fat individuals, going back to our last episode in terms of like, be unapologetic, stand up for yourself. My parents don't talk to me about shit no more. I don't know about you and your family, but we've had a lot of hard conversations of like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Like, I'm going to love myself however I need to be my best person, and your words are not going to dictate how I love myself. And I think as a fat person, our job is to course correct those people that don't have it in them to do it themselves. Like, if someone is coming at you and they're kind of telling you like some bullshit advice because they are uncomfortable by whatever the fuck ideas they have, tell them that. That's your motherfucking issue. That's not for me to internalize. I'm working on myself every day the best I can. But it's not for you to look at me and make judgments based off of what you physically see and try to give me advice off of things that you don't know about.
Again, I believe that it's about what people value.
Yeah.
Most people value their outer looks instead of doing the work inside. I've done a lot of work on the inside. And since I feel at a really good place with myself, I feel like I know myself, I like myself, I am excited for my future. I feel like now I can start working on some of those outside things, like my financial situation, like my body. And again, not from a place of hate, not from a place of shame, from a place of I want to evolve and I want to be better.
You have the foundation now.
And I have a daughter and I want to set an example.
Exactly. And it's not based off of hate.
No.
It's literally just trying to be better.
Just trying to be better.
Just trying to be better.
Because that should be enough.
Period.
So I'm sorry that y'all value being skinny and you guys get sick, you guys got diarrhea, you lose 6 pounds, you're happy about that. Good for you.
Taking laxative and shit.
Good for you. Yeah. I don't value my body has no value, no moral value on my heart, my soul, my mind. So you can sit here, you can look at my body, and you can come up with whatever the fuck you want to. But I know myself. I know how I got here.
Yeah.
I know what made me this way. And I know the things that I got to do to undo it. And will it take time to undo the? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old. It's 3 decades.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while to unlearn some of this shit.
Yeah.
It's taking a while for me to try to understand some of my comforts with this shit. You know, like...
And society's learning with us at the same time. It's not like people have done this before. Let's be fucking for real. It's not like people have done the work and have, you know, healed fat society and all these things.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time a lot of these conversations are being had. So give some grace.
Give some grace.
Just because we can't see your issues or your problems or, you know, your woes doesn't give you the right to judge someone else. Give grace, because you don't know what the fuck somebody's going through or what, you know, journey got them to their destination. It's not, you know, your place to even dictate where their destination is going. Any person can do whatever the fuck they want to do to make themselves healthy. And I understand what you're saying in terms of like it takes the work to like you can't. I don't think any person can actually grow unless they heal the things that they've done in the past. So I understand.
I think it'll be temporary.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
You might do it for a little bit, but it's not going to have the foundation. It's not going to actually have the support that you need to make it last long.
Yeah.
To have the longevity that you need to actually have a fruitful life in that way. So, you know, doing that work that you're doing in the past, I don't think that if I really took like my health serious in the ways of like really committing to like a PCOS diet and like all these things, I can't do that without healing the fact that I didn't know what that was and I wasn't actually like able to have the tools that I needed to really correct. Like I got to go back to all that shit, and that's a lot of work in itself. And it's hard work and it's stressful, and there's a lot of people that don't have it in them to do that.
On top of just existing now.
Just being yourself.
It's hard.
Yeah.
We're almost a year into this administration. It's exhausting.
It is.
To wake up every mother
by design.
By design. Mm-hmm. By design, to keep you exhausted, to keep you fed up, so you don't give a fuck. So you just go to where you don't want to hear it. And that's why we're having these conversations.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
To segue that, what habits are you unlearning?
I'm trying to not treat food as a reward, as like a driving force in the way I operate in life, because it was not my choice to make my size be the main like character in my life. Like that was not, it took other people making that. It's almost like when you're a black person and you walk into a room and someone says something that reminds you that you're black. You're like, damn, I didn't even realize I was black just then. Like obviously you know you're a black person, but like,
right.
Like you're just being yourself. You're being yourself. So I think for me, I'm trying to unlearn like it. On one hand, is okay to accept my body and like love myself where I'm at, but it's also on the other hand okay to acknowledge that like I have work to do and I have real work to do, and in order for me to do that work, I have to love myself in that process.
And that's what true body positivity is.
Thank you. That's what
true body positivity is. It's not I'm going to love myself at this size.
Yeah.
Or I only love myself at this size.
Because let me tell you,
I'm not going to change because I love myself at this size too.
Because let me tell you, I think as a fat person, there's not a single fat person that I know that has not tried to diet, tried to lose weight, tried to do the things. And every time I've tried to, it's been based in, oh, summer's coming up in 6 months. I really want to look good for this thing. Or, oh, someone looked at me weird, or it's not based in, literally, I want to find a man. I want to, I want people to shut the fuck up talking to me about my weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not based in, I want to do this for myself because I need to do this because I love myself. It's not based in that. And until I love myself in the ways I need to, I continue to love myself in the ways I need to, it won't work. Even if I would have lost weight in those moments, and I did. I actually, at one point, I lost like 40 or 50 pounds, which was amazing. But I gained that shit right back. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't actually heal myself. I got on a hamster wheel and then got off when I got tired. And that's not actually, what is that?
We need sustainable ways, balance, not black and white. I think that's one of the things that I'm unlearning is this black and white thinking, this good and bad thinking of foods. Everything in moderation, everything with balance. Move your body because you want to. Do the things that you like to do, not something that feels like a chore. Do some fucking chore. Clean your house. Get moving. And I
love that.
That is less of a weight thing and more of a health. We're getting older, and I don't think anybody should take for granted the fact that we can move our body, big or small.
Going back to the habits you're unlearning, again, to my point of like, this has not been done before. In terms of the information that we have as well, I hope that in 10 years that the work that we're doing and the work that other actually body positive people, and I'm not even going to just say like body size, that doesn't matter in that world, but like, I hope that the work that we're all doing in this space, it does create an environment of true education on how to really heal ourselves, not from a physical standpoint, and I hope that's a byproduct of things, but from a mental standpoint. I really hope that we can look back and these conversations are not on deaf ears. So, but I know that we want to get into how we're going to stop passing this down. And, I'm not a mother. I hope to have a nice dog one day, but
not a dog.
For real. Personally, a Brussels Griffin. But Felisha, I have to ask, what does that mean to you? What does stop like not passing things down mean to you in this conversation?
It means a great deal to me because I feel like my weight affected how I was treated by one of my parents. And that affected the way she dealt with me. It had so much to do with our relationship. Forcing me to run, telling me at 5 I needed to go do belly dances in the mirror for an hour so my stomach would be flat. Like, my daughter, genetically, bigger girl. Like, thick. You know what I'm saying?
Girl. Yeah, she's
thick.
Precious.
She's a thick girl.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm doing. There's a system. I remember her being 2. She's always been 99th percentile in weight and height.
Yeah.
She's tall. Like,
you got a 6-foot grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Going to the doctor and talking about that fucking BMI.
Yeah.
And that, I know what I'm doing at home. I know that I'm trying not to use harmful language around food. There's no good food, there's no bad foods. There's foods that are better for our moods and our emotions, and then there's food that are better for our body.
Yeah. I love the way you said that.
It is not a lot of restriction, but a lot of conscious, you can have a candy, yeah. And then if she asks me for another one, didn't you have one earlier?
Yeah.
I think that's enough. We'll try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? It just...
The redirection.
And
she's a child and it's put in her language.
Yes.
That's fat. You can't eat that right now. Yeah.
Because why would...
And y'all be saying that to your fucking kids.
Saying that.
Yes.
It is, you're done? You don't want to finish it? I don't care.
I've never understood that.
It's like because obviously sometimes she'll just want the piece of candy, so she'll be like, I ain't eating this shit. Like, I'm done. And then I'm like, oh no, you got to eat a little bit more of this, a little bit, discernment. You know what I mean? It's very much, you ate good today. You don't got to finish that if you don't want to. You don't got to force yourself to put no food down. Food isn't constantly talked about good or bad. You know what I mean? Food is food.
Thing.
It's just there.
It's like air. It's a part of life.
Absolutely. So that's why, and because I'm conscious of obviously being a fat kid, and I also don't want her to grow up having a fat mom, and let me say a unhealthy mom, an uncomfortable mom. You know what I mean? So showing her that I work out, talking about the gym, going outside. I'm doing a lot. And then to go into a doctor's office and to be first doctor, talked about the BMI. I got subtly threatened with CPS if her BMI didn't swing down. 2, my daughter's 2, okay? 2, I go to a whole nother hospital, whole nother pediatrician, because that was just too much for me. Especially because I do have to mention that I do co-parent with my grandmother, and I work a lot, and my grandmother is the main one with my baby, and Granny does what Granny did with me. And I try to interject, but there's some things that are out of my control. And I do try my best. I try to have structure. You know, these are the snacks that she can have after school. Fruit, yogurt, cheese, vegetable. She get any combination of those. Applesauce, and she gets the applesauce with the fruits and the veg. Like, any combination of that, and then, you know, I'll come home and she got a motherfucking cheese stick, a yogurt, and a bag of potatoes. That's not what I said. You know what I mean? So I've had to relinquish some control, because if I had to go toe-to-toe with my grandmother about this shit every fucking day, I'd drive myself crazy.
Fair.
But go to a different pediatrician. I explain everything to this woman. White woman, of course. Explain everything to this woman about the CPS, grandma, all of this. And she proceeds to talk to me as if I don't know what a whole fruit is. Because I said, yes, I think I mentioned that I give her...
What?
Applesauce with the fruits and veggies in it, you know, serving of fruits and vegetables.
Which is the thing that, like, they make baby food that has the same shit. Like, it's the same. Yeah, especially she was 2 at the time. That makes hella sense.
So
we've all seen it in the store.
And then I was like, you know, and sometimes we'll do a fruit cup, no sugar added. You know what I mean? Like, and it was, I remember I left out of there feeling so bad about myself as a parent, because she made me feel dumb, like I don't even know what fruit is, because she took one look at me and just assumed. And just assumed that I didn't eat healthy, assumed that I didn't make her eat healthy because she has a higher BMI. She literally, look at her. She has nothing extra on her body. That is just how she's built, bruh.
Yeah. But also, like, a BMI scale is not necessarily built with the consideration of any other race but a white man. So there's that. And then you also, it makes me think, like,
white privilege.
It's crazy.
White supremacy. That is what the BMI scale is based on. And you want to look at me, a black woman, and look at my daughter, a black daughter. I know how weight is supposed to sit on me.
You know what's crazy in that situation too? You're talking about it. It's kind of like, did we ever get to the conversation about your child? Like, in all of this, it seems like we're talking about, you're so worried about, it's almost like they're making it seem as if you're taking your child, locking them in a room and force feeding them like they're like cattle.
Shit ain't gonna be perfect. I'm literally a single mother.
But also, like,
my baby wants a Happy Meal, I'm gonna go get her a fucking Happy Meal.
But truly, what's fucked up,
because that restriction shit don't do shit but the opposite.
But what's fucked up to me is, like, your story's not, you're not the only one that does that. And I want to know how many white women that are in the same position are being threatened with CPS in that same conversation, that are being met with that type of, you know, pushback from a doctor that's not based on actually caring for these people as people.
Wrote a whole message and told her why she had me fucked up. As somebody that has been trying to lose weight and since 5, I have the education. You don't need to talk to me like I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, and that's
just
what I
because
asked you.
I don't fit what you think as a healthy person. You think I don't eat fruit? You don't think I know what a fucking apple is? Are you dumb?
It's wild.
It was fucking insulting.
It is.
It was fucking insulting.
And to be,
so it's like I have to. It is fat phobic as fuck.
To experience fat phobia in the medical world when you're actually trying to seek help is such a common occurrence. But imagine you're gonna stop asking that person for help.
And that's why I have every time I have an experience like that, which this is 2 for 2, 2 pediatricians that she's had, 2 for 2. Like, I gotta go find another fucking doctor.
CPS is crazy.
CPS is crazy.
That's
and that was an Arabic man.
That's crazy. I don't think I told this story on the podcast, but I don't have children, like I said, but there was an old friend that I had was in the medical world, and we were all at dinner together, and this girl that we were with, it was maybe like a group of like 10 of us, and one of the girls there had her parent with her, and their parent was a long-term physician, and we're sitting down casually having a conversation, and I ordered Brussels sprouts on the menu at a bar, and the reaction that I received by ordering Brussels sprouts was blasphemous. This person literally, this person who was a doctor, who was a physician, who was just telling us all about their like accolades and all these things that they've had to like accomplished over their career, and they literally are sitting in my face like, wow, you eat Brussels sprouts? and said it, and the way they said it was almost like I should be like, yeah, I'm fat and I eat Brussels sprouts, yeah, I know, it's so crazy.
Who doesn't love a Brussels?
You know, when I think of that story, it's kind of like, first off, not only that's ignorant as fuck to me, but this person is someone that is giving out medical care for, I think they said, at least 20 years at this point. What conversations are you having with your patients?
That medical degree comes with a lot of medical bias as well.
It does. Right. Like, it does. And then, two, I'm literally just existing in my body. And because I'm existing in my body, my natural body that I have, you're making prejudgments about me, which is not at all going to put me in a position of wanting to listen to you for any other type of advice. And that's just what that is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It felt null and void. So
I wish you luck in terms of raising your child and trying not to pass on those habits, because it does come from probably facing your own type of...
Also, negative self-talk. I don't do negative self-talk. And I'm a
Nice.
naked mom. And I feel like a naked mom, I feel
not
like
like nice
really...
in that way, but like, yeah. Like, and I'm like, nice. No, but I get just saying, like, this is my body.
My mother wasn't a naked... My mom wasn't a naked mom.
My mom
and that's because she was
I'm still
ashamed
naked
of her body.
I'm so sorry to my neighbors across the street. I know y'all be seeing hella ass. For real. I keep them windows open, nigga. What you trying to see? Like, but no, I feel you. Like, you know, my mom was not perfect at all, but I will say the one thing that I really appreciate my mom for what you're saying in terms of, like, if you don't want to eat that, you don't have to eat that. My mom had this thing called a no thank you bite. Like, you know, in terms of if I were to have children not passing certain things down, like, there are some good things from that I would take, but I agree, like, what didn't work for me, gotta take that out before I give that to someone else.
Absolutely.
Got to, or at least try. That's the thing too. No one's expecting perfection. You're a human being. Like you said, you're a single mother. That's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
But the effort that you're putting in is, I think, something that our younger selves from our own parents would have so appreciated, even if it wasn't perfect. The effort.
All they had to do was try.
That's all you had to do was motherfucking try.
It's time to do some facts, some facts. Get into it, get into the thick of it. We're going to put it behind. I think we like that better. We tried. We're going to keep it in the back. Like that. Like it from the back. So we're going to talk about obesity and Black women first. So Black women, I'm just going to spit off some facts here, have the highest rate of overweight and obesity in the U.S., much higher than other demographic groups. One analysis shows that 56.9% of Black women are classified as obese, and experts explicitly note that the causes are multifaceted and not simply eating too much or being inactive. And that is via Healthy Woman magazine. National surveys confirm Black women's obesity rates are higher than Hispanic and white women via PubMed. Official U.S. health data also indicates Black women have the highest average BMI amongst racial and ethnic groups via ORWH. I say all of this to say that this isn't about willpower, especially growing up Black and fat. Obviously, this podcast is for all fat people, but this is some Black shit. And if you don't like that shit, take your ass somewhere else. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our fucking community because nobody else does. So we need to highlight these things so we can be better within ourselves, so we can learn and grow better.
Just to piggyback off of that for 1 second, we've said this before and I totally agree with that. We're putting our feet in the motherfucking ground. We said what the fuck we said, and we're supporting who we support, especially right now. So if you don't like that shit, you're not welcome here.
Yeah.
This is not the space for you.
We don't want your views.
Period.
We don't want your support. We don't want your dollars. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We're doing this for the people. We're doing this for the community. We're doing this because this feels right in alignment with our souls and our purpose. So if you ain't like it, fuck you. This shit isn't about willpower. The data shows that Black women have the highest obesity prevalence in the U.S. The public health experts are pointing to structural factors, not the fact that they are lazy, not the fact that they are just choosing to eat badly. It is socioeconomic, environmental, cultural influence, not a personal failure. It is tied to structural factors, not a lack of discipline. And with that, of course, it's food access and culture. We already touched on food deserts and food swamps. So let's talk about that a little bit more. People living in neighborhoods with limited access to healthy food, especially low income and historically marginalized communities, have worse diet quality independent of personal choice. That means they have no choice
at all
in this. Because
so stop blaming them.
This is a systematic thing. And that is via the JAMA network.
Talk to your local officials.
No, dead ass.
Your elected officials.
And start to vote locally with y'all damn asses. Okay. Studies show that black adults are more likely to live in food deserts / swamps. Again, areas that have lots of unhealthy options or few healthy ones. And this environment is associated with lower diet quality and a greater risk of obesity, because that is fucking logical. It makes sense. If you are not putting places where we can, if we don't have produce in grocery stores that have that perimeter to shop,
it's like, it's insane. That's why it cracks me up to hear black people especially be offended by the conversation why our culture doesn't necessarily help us be healthy, and why the areas that we grow up in, it's like it's not a dig at black culture. It's very much this is a
dig at white supremacy.
Thank you. This is a byproduct of white
and
supremacy.
Capitalism. What the fuck are we talking about? Am I gonna have to say that shit every fucking time I get behind this fucking mic?
Yo, because it's like, I didn't build this community. They purposely buy these places and run them down to take the value away from it. They purposely say that we don't need these things because they say we're not going to use it, or we don't see value in it, and they don't even give us the opportunity. We're not given a fighting chance to begin with.
Absolutely.
So why don't we stop pointing the fucking finger at each other and figure out how to actually build community, not just fat community, but in our own black community as well.
Food food deserts and swamps. Again, it's not about sorry. The Paige Michaels just jumped out of me.
I'm crying.
Y'all love Degrassi.
I'm crying.
That's my shit. Didn't Degrassi teach us a lot of lessons though as a kid? That's what they need for these fucking kids. These kids go straight from kid shit to adult shit because there ain't no middle fucking ground.
These motherfuckers be watching Zeus. They be watching baddies. Like
fucking blonde bust downs and bitches fucking fighting.
Literally.
And BBLs.
Y'all scared
bust downs, BBLs, and boxing.
Scare me.
Like
not the
three
BBBs.
BB and B, okay? But yeah, it's not about laziness. There are neighborhoods where fast food and cheap processed foods overwhelm grocery options. We live in a city that
I would beg to differ that our own neighborhood that we grew up in was like that. We grew up in a food desert. Like, we both are from Painesville, Ohio, and like the only grocery store that we actually had acceptable to us was Mark's, and that wasn't technically really in Painesville. That was on like the outskirt of the city.
In Painesville Township.
There was
Giant Eagle expensive as fuck.
Yeah. And Giant Eagle was there, but like even then in terms of accessibility, there was nothing in the city center.
Yeah.
What is near the public square? What is near? Like, you got a strip where you could find, I can get Dunkin' Donuts, Taco Bell, KFC, Wingstop now, Chipotle, McDonald's, Arby's,
get some
all
JoJo's.
This. I can get some shells if I need to, all that type of shit. But I can't.
Giorgio's Pizza.
I can't go to a grocery store.
The closest thing you got over there is La Mexicana.
Yeah, which we fuck with y'all. But yeah.
Shout out to La Mexicana.
For real.
Go support a small owned. Yeah, go support a small owned Hispanic business.
But y'all ain't got good Mexican food out here, and I'm gonna just say that. Shout out to Painesville, for real. I love y'all though. Period.
Hey.
Okay.
So yeah, it just makes healthy eating structurally harder, and it contributes directly to disparities in diet and obesity. Processed foods are also affordable foods. Large portions are tied to large celebrations and love. That is a cultural thing. Finish your plate. That is a survival mindset. That is a scarcity mindset. That is a mindset in lack. We need to change those things. Your baby can throw that motherfucking food away if she's full. Don't force her to eat that shit.
Yeah. And if you don't want to throw it away, baby, put it in a to-go container and save that shit. It's okay.
I think we just need to normalize throwing that shit away. It's okay.
But I'm saying, if you can't afford to throw it away in this time because times are tough, I fully understand that. But like, I think the point is, don't force your child to do some shit out of a sense of survival. Throw it away or save it, whatever you want to do, but don't force a child to do some shit that they told you they don't want to do.
Absolutely. And then also, we cannot ignore biology. We've talked about that greatly. Genetic research shows that ancestry is linked to things like BMI and fat distribution. That's not destiny, but it helps explain why bodies naturally vary and why big boned is not a myth. Do you think that we all sitting around with the same 5'6" little ass skeleton sitting inside of us, and we all different heights and y'all are dumb. I can feel my bones.
Yeah.
These are my wrist bones.
Yeah.
People be like, they can't feel this is my clavicle right here. Like, I'm not a fat bitch that can't see her clavicle.
My
I can see mine.
fat is right here, baby, but I can feel my bones.
Yeah.
Like,
if I lay down.
And even then, I can feel my motherfucking ribs, baby. They right here.
My ribs right
They're
here.
right there. Yeah.
Like, Fuck you and your mama hoe. So there's fat distribution, obviously metabolism, that's literally internal bone density, and skeletal structures vary. Because again, that makes sense.
Because y'all have seen dinosaur bones, and y'all have seen different sized dinosaur bones. Like, that's what it makes me think of. Like, y'all have gone to the. I know that was such an ADHD moment, but for real,
y'all
like,
have seen
y'all
dinosaur
have
bones.
And y'all go to the museums and y'all see different sized fucking dinosaur bones. They're all fucking dinosaurs. They're all dinosaurs, but they get to have different sized bones. But the minute we fucking do it, it's a problem. And I'm fat. Fuck you, bitch. I love dinosaurs.
And then there's intergenerational transmission. Let's talk about it. Intergenerational transmission. This is eating habits, body talk, and shame. And these are things that are passed down. Mm-hmm. While they are not exactly genetics, qualitative research shows that families and home environments shape how people make food choices, linking family, culture, availability, and habits, which was basically what this episode was about. Mm-hmm. And this is via MDPI. Research interviewing parents and kids in under-resourced communities found that family beliefs, convenience, cost, and cultural factors that family beliefs, ideologies, convenience, cost, and cultural factors all influence what people eat. And those patterns do get passed down. Because again, we didn't get fat on our own and we learned that shit from somewhere. And then I want to talk about trauma. Okay? Again, we touched on that earlier. Trauma does change how we eat and how we soothe. Research shows that people who have experienced trauma often use eating as a coping strategy. Not just eating more, but eating in ways that are tied to emotions and stress. For some, trauma changes appetite, makes food a way to soothe intense feelings, or even shift what feels comfortable or calming. And in studies comparing adults with PTSD to others with trauma symptoms, in studies comparing adults with PTSD to others, those with trauma symptoms ate more in response to negative emotions. And over time, they didn't improve diet quality as much as people without trauma. So again, this starts in the fucking home. Don't you dare look at your 13-year-old daughter that may be a little overweight and ask you, why are you eating so much? Why are you so fat? What the fuck did you teach her? How do you talk to yourself in the mirror? What do you talk about food? What are we saying to our children? What are we passing down? Take a look at your fucking selves. Yeah. Instead of looking at somebody, seeing their weight and judging. Well. It's time for the weigh-in, motherfuckers. Yay. All right. So I know that this episode has been pretty heavy. It's been about a serious topic. These are hard conversations to have. These are necessary conversations to have. We are here to play. We are here to joke all motherfucking day. But at the end of the day, we have a mission statement. We have a purpose. And we have a place. God wouldn't have put this in front of us if we weren't supposed to be doing this. We're going to continue the conversation. And we're going to talk to you guys. This is the weigh-in. Again, this is where we give the floor to you guys, our listeners. This is where space is safe. Community is made. Please, if you have anything to add, say, ask, email us. Email us at undertheweightofitallpod@gmail.com. Make sure you just include in that subject title the weigh-in so we know why you're emailing. If you don't want us to read it on air, that is totally fine too. We are here for support. We are here for community. We are here for you all. So we did ask some questions. Again, until we can get you guys writing in and stuff, we're asking questions on our social media. So Karrington, do you have any results you want to give us?
Yes, so on our shared page, on the Under the Weight of It All page, we asked, was food used as a reward in your home? We had 80% say yes, and 20% said no. The next question we had was, were you expected to clean your plate? We had 100% yes. Wow. All right. For our more write-in answers, we asked, what body-related comment from a parent stuck with you? We had a listener say, you'd be cuter if you lost your belly and put on some lip gloss. Wow. Another response was, men don't love fat girls. The last response we have is, I can tell when you're not sucking it in. I hope you're sucking it in at school. These are their parents.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
100%.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You're supposed to speak life into your child. How fucking dare y'all?
It's sad.
And that's what I'm saying. When I say that fat people, I'm not making that shit up. I'm not over exaggerating. Nobody likes fat people, including your own fucking parents, including your own fucking family.
Yeah.
I'm sad, and I'm sorry that y'all had to deal with that. I truly
it's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. And it is kind of like you wonder why people don't want to talk to their parents. Like, y'all wonder why. The next question we put on our page was, what eating habits are you trying to unlearn? Someone commented, overeating just because you're high, which I relate to that so hard. I want Taco Bell right now.
And I think we about to go get some.
I was hoping Felisha said that. I was hoping Felisha said that. Yay!
We better wrap this shit up. We did this as 11.
Now that we done told y'all to be healthy and shit.
Actually, there's healthy things you can.
Yeah,
you can eat fast food and eat it health. There are
and Taco Bell the best one if you know. And also
Taco
like
Bell is the best one, better than Subway.
Yeah,
all that damn bread.
I don't want Chipotle.
Oh,
I don't want no more beans in my butthole. I don't want no more beans in my butthole.
Chipotle is a once in a quarter situation.
Yeah. And
nothing has me on the toilet like Chipotle has me on.
Yeah.
Like nothing in this world has me on the toilet like
I
Chipotle
love the carne asada. I can't even say it.
It's the corn for me. It's always going to be the corn.
I can't eat corn.
It's the
I passed out off the toilet off of corn, y'all. I'm not kidding. Like I literally, and what woke me up is I was like, wow, I haven't talked to my mom in a long time. And I was like, that's what death is like. Like, that's death. Like, you just are like blacked out the whole time. It's like a really good drinking night is what death is like. But anyways, I was like, wow, I haven't talked to her in a while. And then when I got up and walked out, my roommate was like frantically trying to put clothes on. Because they had like just got out the shower and I was taking a shit because I was fucking constipated from the corn. And my sister told me to take a laxative, but she didn't tell me to drink water with it in the ways that I was supposed to drink water. So I didn't drink enough water. I passed out. You probably could see the scar on my fucking forehead. I passed out. I hit my wall off the fucking toilet. And my roommate, I'm a big bitch. My roommate is not a big bitch. She is a big bitch. Well, she was a big bitch. I don't have her now. We're not roommates now, but she's a plus size girl, but she's cannot lift my dead weight ass up to do nothing about that. So she was like, I was gonna call the ambulance and shit, but I just like walked in her room and was like, hey, like, you know, I haven't talked to my mom in a while. And she was like, are you fucking okay?
Like, bitch, why are we talking about
and then I sat on the couch with the bag of peas on my forehead. Yeah. So there's that. But
it's a little lore for you. If you didn't get enough today.
We're talking about generations and shit. I'll tell you about myself. Yeah, I've had a fucked up life, y'all. But anyways, though, going back to our question here, and just a reminder, we're talking about eating habits that you unlearn. I have ADHD, so I feel like I gotta remind y'all just in case y'all forgot, because I be
y'all
forgetting.
Are here because we are neurodivergent.
We're all neurodivergent together. I attract those people. I know that my listeners are.
Together
so
we are all ADHD. I am the all. She is the HD.
High definition, bitch. Yeah. No, but okay, so the next answer that we had was feeling bad. This is a habit, again, that they're trying to change. They're feeling bad for throwing away the rest of my plate when I was full. So they're trying to change that habit of feeling bad about that. Then the last answer we have is, I don't have to finish all of my food. It's okay to have leftovers. I love that all of these answers were, I am trying to fix my relationship with food. That's what I got out of that. Okay, so going to my own personal Instagram.
And just the fact that we have so many overlap, like,
yeah,
those are like the strongest survey questions that we have. Overwhelmingly, people are saying the same thing.
Thank you.
It's not spread across the board.
And these are people that don't know each other. They're not like, you know, I don't think that. And we're asking
amongst different platforms. It's not just our page.
Yeah.
So we're asking the people that follow us together on this pod, and then we are asking our own followers individually.
Yeah.
People that we know.
Yeah. Okay, so for my own personal podcast, or my own personal page, thank you. I asked, were you praised for being thick or criticized for being fat? So the answers were praised, criticized, or both. And there was 50-50 off of praised and, or I'm sorry, there was 50-50 off of both and criticized. That was the only answer that I thought would have been.
And I feel like with the Black community, because we will have an episode coming later about how the Black community also does not see thinness as a good thing. That makes sense.
Truly, when it makes me think about it, taking race out of it for this conversation, I think that skinny people deal with the physical issues in terms of like accepting their bodies just as much as we do, if not more, because they're under a scope and they have a certain expectation. Because you see me, you know I'm fat, you don't expect me to show up and be fat the next day. You might say I should be, you might give me some unsolicited advice, but like I don't have to really keep up with the same, you know what I mean, like bullshit that they do. where I feel like a skinny person, no one is being praised for their body at all. Like, unless you are a model and like you are a Vogue model that is like, and even then, y'all dog the fuck out of Alex Kasani. Like, there's not a single person that I know besides being praised for their sexual appeal that's actually being praised for their body. So hearing criticized in both was not a surprise to me at all. And then the next one that I asked was, do you feel like your body reflects your family history? We got a resounding yes. And one answer was yes, but I favor my grandparents instead of my parents. In general, it was a yes, which means that it's not all...
Which means that
we got to look at the whole story in someone's body.
Which means that something is wrong with that generation. Because obviously it's just like something is twisted. Which means that we need to heal as a people.
And I think it's one of those, like, you can't hold one person accountable for, you know, like, look at the full story. And there's, like, the pointing the finger aspect is what I think we should all get rid of, like, including our parents. Like, if they didn't point the finger at themselves and hate themselves, they probably could have given us the help that we needed, and vice versa. I think that if we stop trying to, like I said, point the finger at everybody and almost generalize each other, it probably will give us an easier way to actually not have these issues. But that's just, you know, that's just me.
I asked, food in my house growing up was mostly about love, survival, control, all of the above. We got 22% for love, 11% for control, and 67% for all of the above.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No votes for survival, which was a little surprising. Then I asked, did your parents diet openly? 73% said yes. 27% said no. And constantly was a choice. I didn't vote on my own. I would have chose constantly because it was a constant conversation. She never shut the fuck up about it. Like, about her own weight, about my weight, about the family's weight that she did.
It's constantly. Like hyper obsessive.
Obsessive.
Thank you guys so much for putting in your feedback.
Yeah, we so appreciate that. Like,
and
so much.
It's nice to hear. Obviously, we're putting facts and we're putting statistics behind this too, but it is also nice to just hear our own personal experiences, to be able to back that up and to be able to prove like these aren't just like some bullshit ideas. Like these are real life experiences.
Because not only do we have stats to back it up, we also have community.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the food for thought. This is our closing segment here. So out of this entire episode, I just want to say, like, give grace. Give grace to yourselves. Give grace to others that may be different than you. Give grace. And in doing so, instead of pointing the finger at others that are different than you without looking at the full story, look internally and see what you can do to set the example to the other person, especially if you're a parent, especially if you are someone that, you know, may have more knowledge than someone else. You don't always have to tell someone what they need to do. Be a walking example, and that will go a lot further.
Or support.
And in doing so, you might have unintentionally created space for someone to do the same thing. So, yeah. Felisha, get us out of here.
All right. Well, that was our very, very heavy, very, very necessary episode.
We made it.
We hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we hope it wasn't too triggering for you guys. We hope that we still gave you some laugh and some entertainment. But most importantly, I hope that you really take some shit away from this one and apply this shit to your own lives. Thank you for watching us. Please be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a rating, 5-star ratings only.
Please.
Only 5-star ratings. Yeah, make sure that you follow us on IG under the Weight of It All Pod. Hit us up on TikTok, UTWOIA Pod. Karrington, where can they find you at, girl?
Before I tell you guys where to find me, I do want to say, please, in the comments, I want to hear you guys' stories. If you don't feel comfortable emailing us, I want to hear if there's something that you heard from this episode that you can take away or you found relatable. If you have something to say, please put it in the comments. We'd really love to hear it. Even if it's, you know, not for us, someone might read that and really find some joy in that. But you can find me on TikTok and on Instagram at Karrington Allure.
And you can follow me on IG at I am Felisha Alexis. Make sure you tell your people about us. Obviously, we are here to shake up the narrative, to have these conversations. We're funny, we're cute, and that's just a plus, but we're also intelligent, and we have the experience and the language to talk about this, and hopefully we can come together and create healing. So make sure you tell your people about us, whether they are fat, short, super skinny, whatever. If they've ever felt other, they ever felt different, let them know, but just let them know that this is not no body positive bullshit. This is real shit. And we'll see y'all next week.
Love y'all. Here's a hug. That was a rough one.